Hello and welcome to Gabe's Games. Thank you so much for coming to see me play through some more of Spider-Man Miles Morales today. This is being played on the PlayStation 5 and I'm really liking this game. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. It's been a couple of days since I've been able to actually play and record, so I'm so glad I'm able to get back into it. So I was thinking about how I'd actually describe my experience of Spider-Man Miles Morales the other day. And what I officially came to as a verdict is that this is the best Spider-Man game I have ever played. And I played Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro on the PlayStation 1, I played Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 2 where you took down Doc Ock, I played a whole bunch of different Spider-Man games on the PS3, and I have played a lot of Spider-Man 2018, and now I'm playing this game. And Spider-Man Miles Morales appears to me to be the best Spider-Man game that has been made in history.
Shop's all boarded up. Sad to see it like this.
However, I do not consider it to be a good example of what next gen can do. And it is not a great example of the capacity of the PS5, as it's a PS5/PS4 game. Demon's Souls looks better, The Last of Us Part 2 looks considerably prettier, even Detroit Become Human I feel has better facial animations than this game, including Until Dawn also has better facial animations than this game, so it's the best Spider-Man game that's ever been made, but it doesn't feel like a good example of the PS5. According to me anyway.
Finn and I spent a whole summer helping Rick repair old guitars. There wasn't anything he couldn't fix. He said one of these used to belong to Alice and Blair. But I think he was full of it.
That's cool. So Rick
Have owned this
was...
shop. Rick almost sold it when their parents died. I think it was Finn who convinced him not to.
the other guy who was in our last cinematic where we just had Finn before, where they unlocked the science trophy memory. And Rick is Finn's brother.
Rick's ESU textbooks. He took night classes so he could keep running the shop during the day. Guy was unstoppable.
For those who are confused as to who that guy in that cinematic was, and who we're actually talking
Someone
about here.
left the lights on.
So even during Christmas dinner, when Miss Morales talks about Rick to Finn, you can tell she's avoiding the subject a little bit.
But the photo is of Finn.
She's trying to create a fake ID to sneak into somewhere.
Working with someone to break into Roxxon.
Okay, she's trying to get into Roxxon. What happened? So we know that her brother Rick used to work for Roxxon, but he's out of the picture. We don't know where he is, what's happened to him, and we know that Finn has a serious grudge against Roxxon right now.
Some kind of meds. GCSF. Used for treating bone marrow decay. Whose was this?
So why? And who needs treatment for bone marrow decay? Why? What's happened? Oh cool, that's definitely going to be taken down with the Venom Punch. There you go. I've got to admit, the Venom Punch feels so cool though. It's like, oh, that feels awesome.
This is a secret room.
You said it. Okay, let's have a look.
Finn must have designed all the Underground's gear. Funny how we both started wearing masks.
I'm so curious to see how they sort this out.
Video file from 6 months ago.
Running a test upload.
Half my team is sick, but Krieger still want him in his new form. We need to do this tonight.
Let me. You sure we're ready?
We have to be. They broke ground in Harlem today, ahead of schedule.
Poisoning the city to make a buck.
They keep cutting corners, ignoring safety reports. I can't let them pervert my work like this, Finn.
Okay, first we flush the core, then we wipe all data. You're sure they can't just make more of this stuff?
No, as long as we take out the backup supply in Jersey too. But without me, they'll have no idea how new form works. Project will be DOA.
I'll record us. Things go wrong, video uploads straight to the Bugle.
Perfect. You ready to save New York?
Ready.
There's a second video.
Damn it. No uploads. Phone must have been damaged.
That's really good acting here.
I won't let tonight be for nothing. I promise, Rick.
Oh no, that means that something really bad's happened to Rick.
They were trying to shut the new form project down. But something went wrong. Last known location of her phone. If I can track it. Come on, come on. Be invisible, be invisible.
No, come on, Spidey, turn invisible! Yikes!
Come on.
He's here!
That did not go well for us. Oh, okay.
Straight up vanishing really freaked these guys out. Can't stealth these guys till they calm down. They're too alert.
Yeah. Okay, cool, so that's how I actually activate that. You see, in the Spider-Man Miles Morales trailer, which came out a while ago, they actually use your cloaking ability at the bridge fight. And that was really cool. But I couldn't do that when I played this because I hadn't activated the cloaking ability until I actually got to this part of the game. So it's like it's almost impossible to play the bridge section the way that they played it unless you play it as a New Game Plus. Also, I totally didn't do the stealth thing properly first up, but what I do is I persist and I lose them and I eventually do the rest of this part stealthily, but it takes a few tries. And I always thought, shouldn't I just be able to hit them? Hitting them's the same thing, surely that should still work as a stealth kill. No, it has to be a triangle attack. So anyway, please enjoy me fumbling around for a couple of minutes until I figure out how to actually lose them properly, and then I start doing some stealth takedowns, and it's actually kind of cool. It's good to persist with it. It's like, oh, that makes sense.
Quit hiding, Spider-Man! Oh my God, it's Spider-Man!
But that attempt doesn't work, so I have to try again. And they even get attacked a whole bunch here. It's like, whoa. Alright. So then we do a little bit of combat, and then we lose them again.
You can't stop us, Spidey!
The other Spider-Man wouldn't hide. Hey, well, I think that the Rhino fight was unfair to Peter Parker's abilities. I feel like Peter Parker could definitely have taken down the Rhino. However, we survived that fight and Peter Parker didn't. And particularly as Peter Parker's Spider-Man in this game has already had so much experience battling these villains that he knows their weak points, he knows how to take them down, he's taken them down several times each. And it makes absolutely no sense that Peter Parker would just lose that fight. It took all of Spidey's villains combined to bring him down. I suppose it just rang untrue that Peter Parker was literally about to die there, and that Peter Parker's Spider-Man would have been so easily defeated by the Rhino. It just didn't make sense at all. And whilst it's a really cool scene and it sets up Miles Morales' Spider-Man as awesome and it made me want to play as Miles, I felt like it didn't do justice to Peter Parker's Spider-Man. And I felt like Peter Parker's Spider-Man hasn't gotten worse, he isn't weaker, he isn't dramatically older. It makes no sense that Peter Parker's Spider-Man was just weaker and so easily defeated. The Rhino easily took down Peter Parker's Spider-Man. It makes no sense. It's something that I wish was consistent in terms of the power levels of a particular character. For example, if you say that Thanos with the Infinity Stones is pretty much unbeatable, I would love to see that, which is why I really like Avengers Infinity War Part 1 a lot, because it actually shows the through line that Thanos with the Infinity Stones is pretty much unbeatable. Also, I'll finally figure out stealth here. If you say Kratos is the character who can kill all gods, then I would like to see that, and you've established Kratos as the God Killer. Therefore, seeing Kratos lose to a god, current, experienced Kratos too, with no extraordinary circumstance would be like, what? It wouldn't ring true. And what they've said about Peter Parker's Spider-Man at this point is that he's very accomplished at taking down Spider-Man villains. He's already done this a whole bunch of times. and so I expect Spider-Man to rock onto a scene and know how to take down his villains. This is a chiseled, experienced Spider-Man who's still very much in his prime. He's not old and he's not decrepit and he's not worse in any way than the Spider-Man 2018 Spider-Man, so it makes no sense that he loses that fight. I would expect Miles Morales to lose that fight because he's not experienced. I don't know. They made Spider-Man 2018, Peter Parker Spider-Man, look weak. And he's not weak, he knows how to take down the Rhino. I like the fact that they made Miles Morales look cool, but I just reckon they could have done it in a way that Peter Parker looked like he needed help, but not that he was about to die. Anyway, the rest of that was done stealthily. Let's go and have a look at this computer stuff.
If I can find Finn's phone, maybe I can understand what happened to Rick and why she became the Tinkerer. There, got a location.
Ooh, somebody's stalking me. Alright, mission completed. Well, let's have a little bit of a swing around.
I should call Genki. Fill him in.
Hey, did you find anything in Finn's shop?
Yeah. I know why she's doing all this. Something happened to her brother. Something bad.
Man.
Rick was working at Roxxon. He was their lead scientist on Newform.
Whoa.
And it looks like Newform was making him sick.
Simon Krieger's been telling everyone how safe it is.
He's lying. Finn and her brother tried to shut down the prototype reactor. Prevent further development.
What happened?
I don't know. Yet. Finn recorded the whole thing on her phone. But then she lost it inside the lab. I'm on my way to get it.
Listen, I'm right here. Call if you need me.
Will do.
Alright, I think I'll finish this video here. Thank you so much for watching some more of Gabe's Games today. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.